has just been sensational this season, Erling Haaland.
He has. He's taken his game to another level in the sense of, we watched Thierry Henry actually do a breakdown about it, and what he said is actually very true. Beforehand, you had Kevin De Bruyne, and I always used to make fun in our show to say the bromance is real, because Kevin De Bruyne is just a special world-class talent. He works best with anyone. So whoever you put for Kevin De Bruyne to work with, he will know and identify how to get the best out of that player. And that's what he did with Haaland. And now there's no more Kevin De Bruyne. Erling Haaland has to adapt himself and change the players around him. And that's what he's doing better. And the other players have stepped up the game, like Jeremy Doku's been doing fantastically well down the left-hand side for City. He's probably been their best player, in my opinion, alongside Haaland. And today we saw Phil Foden stepping up. But he's a freak of nature. When you look at him physically, there's never been a player with his size and his footballing ability. The closest I can think about is probably Zlatan Ibrahimovic, to be like that and that athletically gifted. And the fact that he's scoring goals and so athletically gifted, you just can't stop him. It's hard for any defender or most teams to be able to stop him because he can run with the ball, run without the ball, willing to run in behind. He's an aerial threat. And he's good in the box. And this one there is a great goal because when you watch it, Poppy, initially the first start, he actually waits to see what Doku's going to do, where he could have got a header in the back stick. Then he sees Doku does the cutback and he takes 2 steps and he makes no mistakes with his finish there. And just a threat.
Here's his best numbers, by the way, Troy, as well. The Haaland slide, 18 goals in 14 appearances in all competitions. That's the 9th most in Champions League history as well. I mean, we've seen so many different evolutions of this Manchester City side under Pep Guardiola. Is this one of the best additions with him, do you think?
Yeah, he's definitely up there. I would still go David Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Vincent Kompany. He's still got a long way to match up with those guys, but he's there for the next decade, isn't he? A 10-year contract. If you just look at that goal again, what you'll see is not only the movement of him dropping the shoulder, coming back onto it to his left foot, but he has the defender's back against him. And as any striker will tell you, when you can see the number, I've got you now as a defender. The defender has no clue where he is. And just think how good he is to still be able to move off the back of a defender and not have anyone mark you in the box is such a talent. And I just think he's taken his game to the next level, not only with, we talk about him being a poacher, being in there, getting on the end of things. He's now linking up much better than he ever has done. He's now got the captain's armband in today's game, showing that leadership quality. But defensively, all the work he's doing in his own box from set pieces is massive. So for me, Man City have got that piece that they can build around for the next 10 years. And he's only going to get better. And he's on course to score 70 goals this season. And I remember last year doing a lot of shows where people saying he's had a bad season, he's fallen off the pace. He scored 32 goals. It's crazy.
Hardest thing to do in football is score goals. Unfortunately, one of the best ball winners in the Premier League. But that's not the hardest thing to do.
What?
Defending, not the hardest thing to do. Yeah. Saving shots, not the hardest thing to do.
Go on, Grella.
It's not.
I'm with you. Keep going.
The hardest part of football, which is why they get paid the most, is scoring goals. And he can just do it. He just knows how to score goals. And I think even if you mark him perfectly, he can still score goals. Yeah. And if you're tight to him, he just needs a foot. He needs a foot. He'll dip in and then dip out, or he'll be on your shoulder like the goalie comes there. He's behind you. Boom, he pops up where you can't see the ball and you can't see him. All of a sudden, he pops up. Timing to score these goals. So to have a guy like that in your team for the next 10-year contract is invaluable. Teams in Europe, big teams in Europe, go years searching for their guy, and they can't find them. So Man City very lucky to have him.
What would you say to the critics then that say Manchester City are now just too reliant on Erling Haaland?
Interesting. Before he came in, they didn't play with a striker, and they were very good. And then he came in, and obviously he was very good. Then they went through a little lull, but I don't know. Can you be too reliant on him? It's not like he's taking the ball from midfield and linking play. At the end of the day, he's just finishing all the good work that the team's put together.
But also, you look around in world football now for forwards of strikers. It's not many. They paid £52 million for this guy. When you look at like Benjamin Šeško, Dzeko, you could go for.
Juventus paid $60 million for cup miners.
There you go. You can.
How are you talking about cup miners?
But you can go. You can go around everywhere. And this guy was in the 50-odd million pounds to sign him. He's frightening. He's phenomenal. So if you are too reliant on one person, I'd love it to be this guy because that's all he does. All he cares about is scoring goals. And for most strikers, they'll score a goal, then they're like, oh, job done. He scores 1, he scores 2, he scores 3, and he's like,
who said yesterday after I scored 2, don't expect me to do any running.
But he's thinking about 4 and 5 goals. He's his appetite to score more goals is such a talent that no one speaks about.
So hungry for success, and that's what I think about him. I mean, even everything he's doing right now. And just to dampen your theory that strikers get paid the most money, I'm sure Van Dijk is one of the best paid players in world football right now, and he's a defender, not a striker, right?
The golden ball, right?
So, yeah, what golden ball?
Ballon d'Or.
Yeah.
Only 3 defenders, I think, in the history have won it, maybe 4. The rest have been attackers.
It's become a popularity contest.
Okay, that's another conversation. But everyone starts playing football because they want to score.
Everyone plays their part in the game.
My son goes to training because he wants to score, not because he wants to defend.
He wants to run around and get the ball back.
The best players start at the top, and as they start to play bad, they keep on going back. Eventually, they end up in the goal, and eventually, they don't play football anymore.
That's the biggest nonsense I've ever heard in my life. Absolute nonsense.
Poppy got stuck at the centre back position. Lucky that I'm surprised she didn't go to the goalkeeper.
If Tony Viola was here now, he would get out of his chair.
We wouldn't be having this conversation.
Biggest nonsense you speak ever.
How do you manage to offend everybody?
I'm not offended. I'm with you, bro.
That's the way I see it.
Yeah, you know what? For the viewers at home, now you can see the selfishness of strikers. This is what players have to deal with, these strikers and the egos that they have, thinking they're the best thing since sliced bread.
What about Erling Haaland, though, not celebrating today, obviously, because of Dortmund? This is a look at the reception that he got before the match at the Etihad, because I think there was a tifo that was dedicated to him.
I mean,
the Norwegian.
That's great. That's honestly great. You know, maybe Liverpool fans could have won and learned something from Trent. But I think for me, it's good. Dortmund know what they are. And the thing that Dortmund fans, I give them respect that they know that they're a selling club. As long as you represent our club to the best of your ability and do what you do and stay true to what we stand for as a football club, great. He went on to Manchester City. He's doing big things. And they didn't have to do that as Dortmund fans. And the fact that they did that away from home, you've got to give them credit for Dortmund fans. That's just pure class by them.
Yeah, but I also think as well, purely from the striking point of view, right, you get paid to score goals. It's not the first time he's played Dortmund, so I understand if it's the first time you go back, it's like, OK, I'm going to be respectful. But after this, it's like, show respect to the City fans. They've come to see you score. A lot of young kids want to see you do your iconic celebration. We saw Phil Foden do it. So I just think, like, in this moment, because it's not the first time they've played Dortmund, you've scored your goal. They've showed you respect. Just keep it moving.
Would
just
you celebrate today then? You would have.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what you work all week for.
He'd run around and take his top off again.
But he's a very bitter man today, isn't he?
Yeah.
Been upstairs with
what did Nico do to you all day?
What's happened?
Nico beat you up.
Listen to 2 big-time strikers again. Give it up.
By the way, I think it was the City fans that did that tifo for Erling Haaland. So it was a lot of love, obviously. You know.
Clearly ran out of money because he looked like a Leicester shirt. But it's fine.
Jamie, how has it been today? Obviously not the result that Dortmund would have wanted, but did you have fun with their fans today?
Oh, what a great time. I met them in the city centre of Manchester, and we walked about 45 minutes to the stadium. All the away support there. They're quite lively, as we know, from last season in the yellow wall. So I'm one of them now. They make me feel really welcome. Didn't have as much drink this time, which is why I can speak to you.
Still stand.
Yeah, and I'm not like a letter S like I was in Dortmund last couple of years ago. So no, spoke to the manager after the game as well. He was quite pleased in some parts of the game how he performed, but obviously when you're talking about the quality of Phil Foden and Haaland, that's just a difference at this level.
But why didn't you go in during the game? You should have been there, shouldn't you?
Yes, I should have been in there. I just thought, I don't know if it was UEFA thought I could be maybe a security risk. And I said, I've been a security risk for about 47 years.
Just leave it there. I just wanted you to say that you are a security risk.
Jamie, speaking of Haaland, right, obviously you and Peter played in the golden generation of football and footballers now. You look at Erling Haaland. If you had to play against him, Jamie, how would you have handled him as a defender?
I'm not sure, but I know for a fact I wouldn't have been able to handle Erling Haaland 1v1. You would have definitely needed help. It's definitely not a one-man job. I think that's impossible. I think he's so physically strong, powerful, quick as well. His finishing as good as anything we've ever seen in this country. I'm not just talking Premier League. You can go back sort of 50, 60, 70 years. You know, some of the great strikers we've had, and not just English strikers from all over the world who've come to our fantastic league. I think he's right at the top, and I think he's going to break every record, so he's pretty special. So I think the idea of coming up against him, I don't think it'd have been a specific job for me. I think it would have been a tactical plan from the manager. Maybe 2 players around, and maybe you play a back 3. Manchester City only play one striker. Normally you think 2v1's enough. I don't think that would be enough against Erling Haaland. I think you may have to play a back five, so you've got 3 centre-backs in the middle, maybe 2 of them really tight and aggressive against them, and 1 as a spare man, because I think he's that good. And I think without Erling Haaland, this City, Manchester City have absolutely no chance of winning the Premier League or the Champions League. But with him, he gives them real hope.
Do you know what? You could just kick him really hard.
Yes, I mean, I have tried that a few times with a few of them,
kick.
but he looks a bit mad, and I mean that in a good way. In that I think you could kick him and he just get on with it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's drinking raw milk every morning. I mean, you know, is that the secret?
He's incredible. And what's really interesting when you are at the stadium when he's playing is to see how quick he is. He's big. He's a big, massive man. What is he? 6'5", 6'6", something like that. I have never seen anybody who's that. I've seen big guys being really quick over a distance, 10 yards, 15 yards, 20 yards. But we're talking about the first 10 centimeters. He's like an explosion. And you can't handle that. So are you going to play low against him? Then his physique, that's going to play. And I think he's improved so much on his positioning now on crosses when other people have the ball in wide position. He gets into really good position. We saw that on the goal today. So if you're deep, well, then you can do that. If you stay up the pitch, which was Manchester United did when they were here, then you get penalised because they just pass it into the channels and he runs everything up, and his finishing is just so clinical.
We've got Troy in the studio. He's a striker. Troy, is there anyone who can go up alongside him? If you can remember as a kid growing up watching great strikers, is there anyone close to him?
Not in my opinion, but I do think he's generational. I think Didier Drogba was the last one that made people change the way that strikers were.
Cool.
I think you remember when Didier came in, Jamie, as you know better than me because you played against him, it was 2 up front until he came, and then it went to 3 because he could just do the job of 2 people. I think now you're going to start to see a new generation of strikers be like Haaland, 6 foot plus, try and play on the shoulder. But I think his game's just taking it to another level now. Defensively, he's great as well.
Jamie, you played against one. I'm sure you did. You don't remember Big John Carew?
Oh, yeah. I remember playing against him for Valencia. And he played...
Yes,
Another Norwegian, by the way.
Said he's a Norwegian that used to drink raw milk as well, because he used to drink raw milk as well. He told us a story when he was a kid. And he's
is that the secret then with the Norwegian strikers, raw milk?
Raw milk.
Is that what it is?
Something in
That's
the
how
milk
they
in
get so
Norway.
big, apparently.
Well, what milk did you used to drink?
I didn't drink milk, mate.
Hey boys, a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, and even before that, obviously Man City, nobody wanted to play against them. Most feared team to play against. What's it going to take for them to get that fear factor back? Do they have it back, or did it feel like when they were in possession tonight, when they step on the field, does it feel like teams are scared to play them again, or not, or still not really?
I think there's a little bit of that coming back slowly. So it's kind of like they lost their way a little bit in terms of their identity. What kind of game are we going to play? So what I believe that Pep is always looking ahead. What's going to happen? He wants to be ahead of the curve. So what's happening now in football? Well, a lot of teams are now focusing on set pieces. So when you look at the players that he signed, so Kusanov, for instance, who's a very, very big, but he's played right back, but he is a centre half, but he's a big guy. O'Reilly is on the left. He's a left back. He is again 6'3". Then you got Diaz, you got Guardiola, you got John Stone, big guys, and of course you got Erling Haaland up front. So you got something to defend against all these set pieces, well-worked set pieces like Arsenal are doing at the moment. But in that, all the little playing with the smaller players goes away. So I think they've been not in limbo, but in a period where they're trying to get something back, some kind of identity. But what I saw today was a lot of control for a lot of the time, and then all of a sudden they lost it. Whereas last year, when they lost it, they actually got caught. And we talked about that. They've been 2-0 up, 3-0 up, and all of a sudden it's 2-2, 3-3. This time, he made the changes, the good tactical changes, and they got the control back. And that, I think, is a great progression for them. But I don't think we'll see Man City in this neat playing, small players in short period. I think we're going to see Man City playing more direct and playing with more longer balls and using the strength, the physical strength that they have up front with Erling Haaland, and of course set pieces again, because it also works the other way when they have positive set pieces.
There Thanks for watching this video from our Champions Club coverage. For more analysis and for all the games, including EFL, Serie A, as well as the full suite of UEFA club competitions like the Women's Champions League, sign up for Paramount Plus.